Alright, it's another video from the White Shorts Club. You got Myth, you got Kaichou,
Hey guys.
you got Jerry,
Hello.
and this will be the intro for our Kaguya-2 show match. So just to give you guys a quick little recap in case you guys haven't caught our Assault Lily show match. So the specialist rules are it's a best of 5 where both players are going to bring 3 decks. Once you've won with the deck, you can't use the deck for the rest of the match. Between each game, the loser can switch their decks freely. Each deck has to use different climax combos, and you can't use any copies of the climax if you use less than 4 across your 3 decks. So let's say that you're playing the 6 gate or 6 standby 2 gate build. You can't use those 2 Kaguya gates in another deck, basically. And then decks will differ by at least 16 cards. So just kind of give you a quick recap. And then, like I said, Jerry and Kaichou are going to be playing the show match. So they both brought Kaguya-2. They both brought pretty unique lists. The common list so far is the Copium list. So, Kaichou, Jerry, you want to just give a quick refresher on what the new 8 pants build that came out in set 2 is?
Yeah, sure. So for the new 8 pants list, we're gonna be focusing on for our level 1 combo is the new Kaguya combo from set 2, in which it is very similar to the Goblin Slayer or the Bell from Danmachi, which is on climax placement you can either search or salvage a blue event card that works very similarly to Torch or Hestia's Knife in other sets. Which is on event play, look at top 4, add a character to hand. It can also be played as a counter, so you can use on your opponent's turn. Also very similar to the Torch and the Hestia's Knife from previous sets as well. And the level 3 combo for this is the new level 3 Kaguya from set 2, which requires sorry about that. New level 3 combo. That's on play heal. It gains 1k per back row, and it also gains a climax combo effect where if you have 4 different types of events in your memory, this card gains the ability to on attack burn 3. That combos with the level 3 pants. Small review. This is the one list that me and Kaichou have built for our show matches. This list really varies, and almost at most points we're kind of locked into a very similar list for both of ours, with only like very minor differences between our lists. I think in my case I tried to run less events and more bonders, I believe. But how did your list go, Kaichou?
Yeah, I think, as we all know, the combo requires you to play 4 different events. 3 of them are fine. The last one's a little questionable, but so just to go over the events, you have the Torch, as we said. When you play the Torch, if you don't have a blue card, you can send it to memory. That's one of them. You have a 1/1 that gives 2 characters 1500, and then you can also salvage one and then send the event to memory, similar to the rabbit armor. Yeah, I can't pronounce the thing in English, but yeah, we also don't have a well for that. But moving on. The third event is a 2/1 Masashi event. Gives one of your characters Hexproof with Masashi. It also goes to memory. And then the last one is the 1/1. It's the sword event from Adventure Time. It basically is when you play it, send it to memory, and then top check if it's a character or event you can add to hand, and then it gives global 500 on your turn. So with that, you have 16 from your climax, and then the event itself, depending how many you play, basically it's another 11 cards, along with the bonders. So yeah, I think the list doesn't have a lot of wiggle room for playing tech cards, and mostly the deck just plays cards to help you get like bonders or like your events consistently. That's pretty much the overall game plan of the deck.
Yep. And then like with some of the new cards that came out in Kaguya 2, you have the Chica Brainstormer, which also has the when you play an event draw ditch. You have a lot of support in general that helps you kind of play. I guess you can call this a bit of a budget Danmachi in a way because you have all these tools that help you to get and loop back your Kaguya. But unlike Danmachi, who has the Firebolt event, which allows you to just get your bells back for free, you kind of have to do a little extra work in order to guarantee that you have the Kaguya. Even though you're on 8 pants, so in theory, getting the climax is the easy part. But yeah, it's a bit trickier in this deck, which is why we kind of call it the copium list, because you're essentially playing a level 1 that's a slightly worse version than what Danmachi has, and the Herculean task of just getting 4 events in memory uh, in order to get free burn 3s is a little bit suspect. But, moving on to some of the other decks. So, looks like Kaichou, you're rocking back with the 6 standby, 2 gate build. Well,
Yeah, I think Standby Door, Kaguya, it's still one of the best decks in the set. The deck was like super good before it got hit with the ban list. Even after the ban list, it's what the lists people are playing. And then with the release of set 2, we got more cards like the Hayasaka Riki, Miko, the Arisu, or Cowgirl PR. That can help you hand filter. But the big thing is getting the Riki, which is really important because the Chica Riki did get hit on the first ban list. And then I just opted to play 6-2, just to more focus on the standby because we did get the Hayasaka changer. It's similar to the one in Quince where at the beginning of your climax phase you can bounce it back and play a card from hand, which is basically an early play if you standby out the 3-2, and then set this play from hand, you get all the on-play effects like the healers, and then like the on-play plus 4/5 you're playing Miyuki 3-2. So I just opted to play for that. And playing the second standby, I chose to play the new combo, the Miyuki that 2/2 that allows you to bounce back a character, then you can stand another character in your attack phase, just to like try out, so I can stand either a Kaguya and swing with it, and then maybe get some burnt off the planet list.
and speaking of that Kaguya finisher that you use, I see that Jerry, you also decided to bring a deck focused around that, but you got a pretty interesting list here involving 8 gates with this level 0 combo. You want to kind of go into what this deck is all about?
Yeah, so I made this list in mind. Honestly, the Kaguya level 3 top end here is not really the main focus of the deck. If anything, we're trying to highlight the new 2-1 event from set 2. It kind of acts like it's very gameplay is very similar to Simple Gear, where you just change into or basically you just summon level 3s at level 2 at very little cost. In this case here, this 2-1 here allows me to bounce a level 2 Miyuki on board back to my hand, and then free play another Miyuki from my hand onto the board. In this case, I either summon the level 3 clock kick from set 1 or the new level 3 from level 3 Miyuki from set 2, in this case is also an on-play heal. Also, the added bonus being that if I have experience 6, it also gains on attack pay 2 pitch 2 burn 2, which is a pretty hefty cost for just the burn 2, which is why we accommodated with the level 0 combo, which is the level 0 combo being an on climax placement stock charge from waiting room, and it's also a brainstorm, look at top 3 brainstorm, which is really nice, helps with deck speed if you hit. Which is so with the level 0 stock charge and with 8 gates, or trying to trigger gates as much as possible here. This could help. This kind of help facilitates the burn 2 from the new Miyuki from set 2, or just more resources for the clock kick at level 2. So in this case, we just focus a lot on the moment we hit level 2 here, we just try to push for damage as much as possible for some really early aggression from there on out.
Yep. And kind of to help round out, I see you guys kind of both went with pretty different characters in Kaichou's Chase. I see you went with Miko focus, and then I see Jerry, you're representing Chica, your best girl. So Kaichou, you want to go ahead and talk to us a little bit about this Miko?
Yeah. So the Miko and the Chica, we both chose side characters. Side character deck. But yeah, I really like playing the Miko level 1 combo. When it first came out in Dab, I really liked it. Because I really like combos that just salvage or search like specific cards. And so Miko is she's 6/5 on your turn, 7/5 on climax, and on climax play she gains honor versus salvage, and also the character in front can't go to memory, can't move to another slot on the stage, or go to hand. So basically, your reverse is guaranteed, unless the character goes to stock or waiting room. And I was just trying to find a combo that worked to that. Since we're already playing red, Miko's also secondary color is green. So, and then I wanted to play Clock King Miyuki, which is also green. So since I'm already playing green, I tried for the Miko top end, and her top end is pretty efficient and like pretty standard for like just like a combo nowadays. Like on play heal, and then she is on attack with a gold bar. You can pay one, ditch one, burn two, gain 3k. It's nothing too special. It's just you pay the cost and get the burn super cheap. So it's just something that you're just playing mid game, maybe like heal down a little bit, maybe it's a 3, and then you can just drop triple Miko for 6 stock, and then you need 7 because you have to do it first attack. And the deck is just pretty, I think, vanilla, nothing too special, but it just revolves around like combos that I wanted to like play and how to build around those combos.
And speaking of combos that you enjoy building around, Jerry, you want to talk about how set 2 kind of helped out the set 1 choice Chica, as well as giving you that second choice level 3 combo?
Yeah, so like I made my deck revolve around a side character. uh, so in this case, we focused on Chica here because Chica's best girl. So we obviously have to play the level 1 combo from the set 1 here. Before set 2, level 1 combo was pretty bad considering how she was only a 6/5 with climax and with the 5/5 on being 5/5 on defense, which is pretty low on both terms of offense and defense. Offense more importantly because she can't really kill anything. The 6/5 body, especially with the climax. But at least in set 2 now we have the new level 0 Chica here, in which if she's on board, she gives all the level 1 Chicas from set 1 1k power cross turn. So Chica will always be as long as you have one on board, she'll be at the very least a 7/5 on offense and 6/5 on defense, which matters a lot. Because at the very least, like in that range, you can actually back up there and you can back up there with a 2k counter here, in which we do play the Leafa here, and Chica will more generally survive on defense with 8/5, which is also very important. I would like to say, just because at the very most, since she is unlike Miko level 1 combo, where Miko does not allow the card across to like either be returned to be sent to memory or bounce back to hand or run to another slot on board. Chica does not have that luxury, so there is some relevance where Chica may not get her reverses here. So having Chica stay on board for more than a turn also helps me plus in a sense. And in addition to the new level 0 that gives the 1k to the level 1 combo and the level 3 combo, she also acts as a additional choice trigger in deck as long as you play either the set 1 climax or the set 2 climax, which is also combos with our new set 2 level 3 combo, in which case here, which is also quite a better finisher than the chicken finisher we had in set 1, in which the set 1 finisher is heavily reliant on how many calling or love detectors you have in your waiting room. In this case here, all you have to do here is just pay the cost up front on climax placement, and she either, when she fronts her side, she burns her 2, directs for 3. It directs for burn 3. She directs for burn of 3. Not bad, I'd say. I'd say not bad at all. Very much a step up from what she has in set 1 at the very least. At least you don't need to modulate how many birds you can get with your love detectives in waiting room. But she does have that slight disadvantage of being a full combo, a full hand combo, if you tri-field her, because she does require her cost to be paid up front, and she does not gain any cards when you play her as well. She only heals on play, so not having extra cards on play is kind of not it sometimes. But at the very least, her finishing power is a lot better, I'd say, than the set 1, the Chica finisher we had before. So there's that.
Yep. And then, kind of going into this little show match, where do you guys kind of see your decks playing out? Which decks do you think will end up being really strong? Which decks do you think it's kind of a first draft here, considering that this is the first time that you guys are whipping these decks out? So are there any decks that you're looking at to be oh, maybe there's something here, but you just need to fine tune the list? Or do you think this is these are pretty much all the lists that people are gonna start playing from now until eventually Kaguya 3? Let's be real here. There's probably gonna be one.
Well, I do agree. There will be a Kaguya 3 set 3. In this case here, I'd say the 8 gate has a lot more potential than my other lists. Only because that 2-1 is very good. In the fact that you can actually do a lot with that. In this case here, you can when the 2-1 says it targets level 2 Miyuki or higher, you can also target the clock kick that's already on board, or the other level 3 Miyuki on board. You can actually target that, bounce it to dead, and replay it again, just so you can refresh any on play effects again. In this case, you can gain back the 4-5 plus the no backup event, no backup effect for the clock kick, or you can just target the set 2 Miyuki so you can get a 1-stock heal, which is also very nice here. I might need to fine tune that list a little bit. I do think that you may want to bump up the clock kick more, just because that it's a little cheaper in terms of as opposed to burn 2, in which the burn 2 is a pitch 2 pay 2 for burn 2, while in this case the clock kick is only a pay 2 pitch 1 to have a guaranteed 1 damage here, as long as it's facing a character across. There's that. Also, I would probably put in more utility cards here, because looking at the list, it's very cheesy. Because all you're doing is just build stock from your level 0 gate, and just trigger your gates, just refill your hand. So probably add a little more utility to this, just so it does a little bit more than that. But other than that, I'd say the choice list also needs a lot of work. After these, some of the games I had with this list, the calling card, not the calling card, the love detective was non-existent. More like I never had to use it, or I just never see it. And also, even if I did grab it, it just felt awkward to use it, because all I'm doing with it is just mill through my deck, which is what the deck really needed after playing it now. But the on bounce effect is kind of anti-synergistic with the level 1 combo, because I kind of need to reverse just so I can plus off from the level 1 combo here, which is unfortunate, but we will have to fix that a little bit later.
Yep. And Kaichou, what do you think about the 3 decks that you're kind of coming into this little show match?
Yeah, I think the standby door had good results back in set 1, so I think it will still have good results. If anything, I would just switch to playing 4/4 and not play the 6 standby, and just go back to the normal deck. If the 2-2 Miki doesn't work out, you can always just go back to playing Ishigami. I do play the one copy just to have it. That seems pretty solid. For the 8 pans deck, I did play bonders to my events and their cards. I was playing a little greedy with the 2 events for the Mishashi event and with Bonder. The yellow in that deck actually is just non-existent, so I'm kind of hoping to like have a 2-1 Miki on board. And so because he allows you to play events with one color, or I level up a Bonder. We'll see how that goes. If I have any trouble with getting the color restriction or requirement. And for the bar door deck, I am trying out the quote-unquote ride chain. See how it goes. If anything, I can just always swap the ride chain back into playing normal brainstormers and then adding more utility cards. So I can always try it out and see if I like the ride chain or not, and I can just go back if it feels not as good as just normal brainstormers.
All right. Well, you guys heard it from Kaichou and Jerry. Hopefully, you guys stick around for game 1. It'll be coming out pretty soon. Till then, see you guys then.
Laters.